Galactic Standard Date. Year 11356. Day 93. Sol Standard Date 4th of the 5th, 3267. Fuki took her first steps through the shuttle door as it fell away. A massive 4-foot body that easily dwarfed anyone on the council stepped into the light. The council gasped as they saw the head of this new Terran turned transparent. "I am Fuki, hear my name and quake in fear. The voice of this thing is so cool," she yelled out as she struck a pose. Gracie quietly stepped up to Fuki and smiled. "I am glad that you are finally able to join us on the Galactic Station Joy. You have never seemed happy before. I rather enjoy your happiness." Fuki choked up and her colours went wild before she turned off the transparency for some privacy. She did not realise that the mech was working with her body completely, thus the Terran face was tearing up. "Thank you, Gracie. You're always so quiet around me. I thought that you had hated me like the rest." Gracie raised her eyebrow. "Hate you? No, I hate no being. Hate is a word that should be reserved for only those who perform the most heinous acts. I did not know how to handle your depression, so I sidestepped every possible landmine. That is all," she said, as she began walking into the shuttle. Gracie entered, and the door shut. Catherine leapt on the poor girl and began petting her furiously. "Oh, you're so cute! I like your clothes. You look like a flight attendant," she said, as she backed off and smiled. Gracie was just standing there, absolutely baffled. "What just happened? I feel warm and fuzzy all over. Is this the reverse aging? You have to rub your hands across my fur?" she asked incredulously. Catherine was silent for a few moments, debating whether or not to lie for the benefit of infinite pets, before settling on that being a terrible idea that would lead to an angry Uncle Bassie. "But, well, no, that was just how I greet new people. Yeah, I'll start the procedure now," she yelled, as she hit a button on a pad. Gracie sat in confusion as the light passed through her and back. She could feel the aches and pains in her joints returning to nothing. She could feel her body kick into overdrive like she was young again. For a moment, Gracie forgot about being professional at work. All she could think about was the astounding form of the Terran Emperor. "Uh-oh, I've got to relearn how to keep my hormones from controlling me. Think with big head, not little head," she thought, as she turned to leave the shuttle. Ment passed Gracie by and noted the growing smile. "Well, I guess I should smoke the peace pipe, so to speak," he thought, as he stepped inside the shuttle. Catherine shut the door and knelt down to the little meerkat. "I heard you don't really trust us yet. That's all right, I will not force you to love me, but I really want to love you," she said, as she started petting Ment. "Gah, unhand me! I'm the ruler of an entire species, I'm not your pet!" he yelled, as he squirmed around and broke free of Caspian's grasp. "Why in the goddess's name would you do that? I'm a civilized being. I can offer your love. All that matters to me are my people." Catherine had a shocked expression on her face. "Oops, my hand must have slipped. Yeah, sorry, it won't happen again today," she said, dejectedly. Ment stared at her, absolutely baffled at the childlike excuse, as well as the fact that she admitted that she will try again tomorrow. Just get this over with and let me out," he said, with a defeated tone. His age was reversed, and he did his best to hide his excitement as he tested his strength. He stared at Catherine for a moment before nodding and walking out the door. Catherine let out a breath she had been holding. "Whew, almost messed up there," she said, as Jeff appeared behind her. "No, you most certainly did fuck that one up. You said it yourself, he does not yet trust humans. You will need to learn to hold back your urges to hug and pet all things cute with certain animals. I am here to protect you. I have no say in how you handle your job. But Catherine, as a friend of John's, he will not be happy if the meerkat tries to wage war. I was already really pushing things, pulling over the raccoon that you wanted to help. I know he was nearly dead, but you are going to have to put out multiple fires now, Catherine," he said. Catherine sighed. "Sorry, I'll try to be more careful next time," she said, as she stepped off the shuttle. Basilisk woke up next to Amaranth and caressed her cheek, causing her to wake up with him. "Hey, I should probably get back to leading the Empire, but do you want pancakes?" Amaranth raised her eyebrow. "Those look delicious in your memories, so I suppose that might be fun. Will you be cooking them?" Basilisk pulled a touchpad out of thin air and began swiping through it. He stood up and began walking to the palace's kitchen. "Yeah, I'll make them from scratch. Let me just add the ingredients to my cart." Amaranth hopped onto his back and shrunk down to a 2-foot-tall girl. "All right, I get to have you cook for me. Best day ever," she said, as she pumped on her little fists. Atticus and Aegis watched as Basilisk walked across the room from them, heading towards the kitchen. As soon as he passed them all, Atticus grabbed Aegis' arm and pulled him towards Basilisk. "We have to guard him. It's certainly not that we want to bask in his glory, right?" he said, as he stared at Aegis. Aegis sighed. "Whatever you have to tell yourself to sleep at night, just don't add me into those equations. All I want to do is to find out everything I can about His Majesty, so that I can let my father know exactly what God really does. After all, maybe if we mimic his routines, we may be able to come closer to his existence. My task is righteous, yours is not, so please, for the love of Basilisk, do not contaminate the scene." Atticus stopped at the doorway to the kitchen, and took up his post at one side. "Aw, he's making food for her," he whispered, as he cupped his hands over his mouth. Aegis started murmuring to himself. "Cracks eggs with left hand, naked apron style, whisk with right hand at a slow and even pace, smile further on left side than right." Atticus looked at Aegis and thought, oh, he wasn't kidding. Basilisk's left nut, this dude might actually be losing it.